Hello and welcome, or welcome back to my stream. I'm Zilla,
I'm Tortoise.
and this is my stream Ancient Gaming, where we play video games with ancient studies content, and I talk about it. We are continuing our stream of Hades 2, everybody's newest favorite, and we are several runs in. If you wish to start unspoiled and see my commentary from the beginning, you can always check out my recordings. I do keep them up on Twitch for as long as they let me, and then also I do port them all over to my YouTube channel, where you can see also the rest of my work. I do video essays and board game media criticism and talk about history and language and all that good stuff. The little activism project thrown in on the side. It's totally the side. Anyway, so if you wish not to be spoiled, you can always go check those out or go play on your own and then come back. But to those of you who are here live today, welcome. We'd love to hear from you in chat. And thanks for playing along. So, we are Melinoe, the daughter of Hades and Persephone. Her family has been stolen by Kronos, the father of the Olympian gods, and in this case, the Titan of Time. And we're trying to go kill him to get them back. Unfortunately, everybody involved is immortal, so, you know, some trickiness going on. Anything you want to talk about before we get started?
Not in particular.
Alright, so we are carrying today the Moonstone Axe. Whoosh.
It is a ridiculous weapon.
Yes, definitely too big
I was born for this.
for Melinoe. And very slow because of said size. You can see in the design it's kind of meant to be sort of two moon shapes with moonstone inlay. Not very practical for an actual weapon.
Great Aphrodite. You must get more offerings than all the other gods and goddesses combined, though this one comes from me.
Why, this is wonderful.
Here we have
Also, quite impressed that you
Aphrodite,
already know our ways.
Aphrodite,
I must
the
return the gesture.
goddess
So please, take this.
of love
I
and
insist.
lust and everything in between and besides. Hearts everywhere, an ancient symbol, supposedly coming from the Silphium leaf. Hold on a second, just checking to make sure I did not actually go offline. Okay, yes, that looks better. Twitch is just being a little ornery, don't mind me. Covered in roses, and a symbol associated with Aphrodite, and very little else, of course. She wasn't wearing much in the first game, and somehow she is even more naked in this one. And yet, the online chuds were transvestigating this drawing. Hilarious.
I can't say no to such a lovely gift.
So, from Aphrodite, we received a hand mirror. They did have hand mirrors, yes. They were not
so good at
made
letting
of
go,
glass
is it?
with silver
After
backing.
eons of prosperity, all that we've built together threatens to come crashing down. All because of a little bad blood.
Yes. So as she says, the story of the Greek pantheon, as actually many pantheons, particularly in Indo-European cultures like Celtic mythology, Roman mythology, you know, is ultimately a story of family fighting. And so these two games, the Hades games, are in essence about family, and that what that means and doesn't mean in many ways. So as I was saying, the axe, I think I've mentioned this before, the double-headed axe was certainly known in associated with known culture, also ancient Greece, which was sort of a proto-Greek civilization. They spoke something that we can call a Hellenic-ish language. The only evidence of writing we have from them is in what we call linear B. I mean, we have linear A as well. No idea. It's just not enough for us to figure anything out. Linear B was deciphered a few decades back. Maybe actually 100 years ago now.
I think it was in the 50s.
Was the 50s? Okay. So more like 70s. And it turns out to be recognizable as a different writing system to yours.
More ashes.
I never can quite remember why the Labrys, the double-headed axe, became a symbol of lesbianism. I've looked it up many times. But often you will see that associated in modern world with lesbianism. It's funny, because the island of Lesbos is not really all that near. It's all the way over towards Asia Minor, or what is today Turkey. Oh, great question. So how do we know that linear A was a real writing system, not presenting proto-writing? Well, that's a very interesting question, because it sort of gets at this problem of, like, what do we call a real writing system versus proto-writing versus just, putting pictures on things so we know what they are. We don't know all that much about linear A, because there's just not enough for us to really analyze, but it doesn't seem to be directly pictographic, as in we can't make it an obvious connection between, okay, this looks like a sheaf of grain and it's on a thing that might have held grain, so maybe it was a symbol for that.
In the name of Hades.
So that indicates that there was some other meaning to that, that it wasn't a direct one-to-one glyphic system. Like the IKEA writing. IKEA instructions are very glyphic.
So isn't there a significant overlap in, like, a lot of the same characters are used in Linear B?
So there, I'm not an expert, and I do know some people I could ask about this. My understanding is that there is some overlap in the symbols that we see, but not enough to give us a picture of, like, let's say that they're being used to make the same sounds. Well, we're not really getting words out of whatever those symbols are being used for. Because one of the things in Linear B is, like, they were able to figure out that these were syllables, the glyphs. And so we got things like,
I think some of the first deciphered words were place names like Konoso.
Yeah, Konoso,
Aminiso.
Keno o, Maisini, Wana Sa o, something like, which is the name for a lord or a king. Wanakoso, I think it was. So, like, it doesn't map very neatly onto Greek syllables, because it does appear to be a little bit more syllabic, which is not very useful for a language with lots of complex consonant clusters, like Greek or like English. It's kind of like how in Japanese you have the syllabary, and you have to try to adapt it to English
You were able to reach the house of
words
Hades before
sometimes,
me, my
and so
lord.
you get,
Doubtless why that final stretch was
You know.
clear. You must know I was unable to prevail.
all sorts of, like,
Just have to give it another go, won't we?
nabasu for nervous, or terebisi on for television.
Thank you for your support.
Orchestratura for orchestra, which is the oke in karaoke. So like it's clearly not a great fit, so they probably got it from some other language, unless their speech was
You're just in
more
time.
broken up that way, which seems unlikely from what we know about Proto 3. So that sort of answers the like, well, you know, what do we know about these symbols? We figured out that they are a syllabary, and they're probably from some other language that was not Greek-based, and probably, honestly, not Indo-European, which then sort of...
So how's it going?
Oh, hello, Artemis.
Hail, sister.
Let me take a brief break to talk about this lovely character, our silver
It's been a
sister
pleasure to have
in
worked
the
more
words
closely
of the
with
game.
you, Sister Artemis. This is hardly worth the gift of impeccable precision, though I wanted you to have it.
The goddess of the
Doing
hunt
the old
and
traditions
of the
now,
moon.
are we? Well, sure, then
She's
I
got
accept
little
your offering, Sister
quails
Millennium.
on her
And I've an
bow.
offering for you
She's
in
got
kind.
antlers. She's wearing a pelt as a cloak. She's got a fur arm guard, sort of in a way that almost indicates like a falconer's hand guard. I just love this design so much, and she's so much more forthcoming and confident in this game than she was in the previous one.
You said Falconer's Guard. Would she have worn a bow guard?
Yeah, so likely, and I don't know. So she does have both, a guard on both sides. So the metal guard looks like it's in position to be a bow guard, an archery arm guard. So when you're, oh no, you're right. You're right. It would be that side.
Assuming that
as
she's
well.
right-handed.
Assuming she's right-handed, it would probably both sides would be the one that's fuzzy. So yeah, who knows? It's not normal for an archer guard to be furry, because it will catch the string, but we can't see the underside of it in this design, so it's possible that only the top is fluffy like that and the underside is flat leather. She's not likely to need an arm guard for archery anyway, as the goddess of archery. Because that is for if the bowstring snaps and catches you on the wrist. But she might well need a falconer's gauntlet if she hunts with birds, which we know that they did do.
Truly,
Her
You're
gift
the
is
best.
a white antler.
Has my
so
little brother lived up to his shining reputation
antlers
so
often
far?
some
At
kind
least he did his
of
part.
white. Hi,
As soon as I told
hi
him about
Wolfie,
you,
glad to
sure
see
enough,
you
he was
here.
plenty eager to let
Hope
all
you
Olympus
enjoy
know.
the show. We were just talking about the gifts of the gods. So Aphrodite gave us a hand mirror, a fairly common shape throughout the ages, a little handle with a circular mirror. It probably would be made of highly shined bronze, or if you were a higher class, which obviously Aphrodite might be, could be a more precious metal, could be made of silver itself. They were not typically in this era made of glass with metal backing, but just directly of metal. And Artemis has given us a white antler, a very typical hunter's piece. This one appears to be highly decorated. Antlers, of course, as opposed to horns, actually do shed, and so they're not necessarily collected by the death of the beast. But Artemis is frequently associated and here depicted with decorative horn jewelry, so that's not too much of a surprise.
Apollo
Did
was
she
very
just
kind.
she just referred
So,
to
easy
Apollo
for
as
me
her
to
little
say.
brother?
I'm not
There's
his twin.
actually, as far as I know,
What'd you tell him
no
anyway?
canonical order to their birth, whether as there are twins. So she does Melanoa here pointing out, yes, they are twins. Apollo actually does not have a very good reputation, at least in the modern day. He is the god of sort of light and enlightenment and music and the sun, and also has a reputation for not necessarily the best of relationships with mortals, shall we say. But then again, we are talking about the Olympians here, so who does?
Only the truth.
Actually, Artemis has
But
some
I
pretty
ran into
okay
the reclusive
relationships
witch
with
of the
mortals,
crossroads
but
while scouting out our foe.
they mostly have
And
tragic
she
ends
introduced
because
me
the
to a
other gods
secret
can't
Titan
stop
killer
messing
she's
with her.
been training up.
I mean, there was Actaeon.
I mean, Actaeon she wasn't in a relationship with, he was just spying on her.
Okay.
So, Actaeon went and spied on the goddess and her nymphs
You just
bathing in a
didn't tell
stream,
him how
and
long
possibly
ago
more
that
than
was.
bathing, given the other
So
parts of
now
that
they really
reputation.
think this long-lost
And in
relative of theirs
retribution
is
for the
going to
spying,
find Kronos and
she
slay him.
turned him into a stag and had his own stag hounds hunt him down and tear him to pieces. But
Oh, they think you don't stand a chance. But they don't have a lot of options, so they'll support you anyway. Especially since you're family and all. And you know I will.
some more emphasis on the family angle.
For your journey.
The two relationships I was thinking of were Orion, who she actually
Then
did
it's
seem
yours.
to care for, but
Go unseen.
Apollo actually interfered and caused her to kill him, kind of unknowingly.
My incantation must have led me to this place.
Oh, there's a dot. What does the dot say?
Deep in the endless woods of Erebus lie secret clearings, undiscoverable, but through supernatural means.
Oh, look.
I
look
knew
in
we'd
the
find this
water.
place.
There's a giant...
Skeleton?
It's certainly an animal skeleton. It's got antlers, so maybe I don't think even a moose is that big. It's huge. So a giant stag of some
Not
kind,
thirsty,
an elk,
but hey.
and it almost looks like a tori, but instead of the top of the tori, there's a moon, a crescent moon.
Dye the silk and load it. Hello again.
Here's the only good spider.
Hey,
Alright.
I don't suppose you happen to see a woodsy goddess stalking through. Greenish attire, wielding a bow about her height.
I know which one you mean, my friend, and I know she's been nosing about. As a rule, I stay away from goddesses like
Arachne
that.
has some
Even
cause
if
to
they
be
are your
wary
kin.
of Olympian goddesses, being as one of them turned her into a
Goddesses
spider
like
out of
what?
jealousy over her
You make it
weaving.
sound as though you fear Olympus more than you fear Kronos himself.
That goddess was Athena,
Oh, I
but,
do.
you know,
It's not
Artemis is her
Kronos that made me
sister.
this way. If anything, I've grown more used to it with time. Now go find your woodsy goddess, and be careful not to lead her here, all right?
What's I talking about? I have so many things to talk about.
I love it.
Yes, that was some lovely shade
on the
from
ground.
Arachne. It wasn't Kronos who gave me this form, but I've gotten used to it in time. Right, so, linear A.
And snare.
So linear A might be in the language that linear B was taken from, was adapted from, in order
Lord
to
Hermes.
fit a more Hellenic tongue, but we have no idea.
Hermes,
We just
if
don't
there's
have
anyone
enough
out
of
there who
it
can
to
help
be
me
really
outpace
sure.
time, it's you. Please accept this for your swift and reliable
Writing
service.
has been invented something like 4 times that we can tell across. Oh, well, writing has been invented and stuck something like 4 times across the world. And most writing systems are adapted from other writing systems. Or deliberately made as sort of constructed languages.
So I know of Mesopotamia, Mesoamerica, and China. Was there a fourth that you're thinking of?
Phoenicia.
Oh, thought that descended from the Mediterranean or Mesopotamian.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't appear to have any relationship to the cuneiform system. So, there might have been something before the Phoenician
Right, well, you
alphabet.
really ambitious. I
but
really need to move along, so
hard
let's
to
get to
say.
the blessings, if you please.
Well, you have things like Egyptian and the Luwian hieroglyphics that were.
Right. So so those all seem to be connected in some way. The Phoenician pictographs, the Luwian hieroglyphics, pictographs, and Egyptian hieroglyphics all seem to be sort of derived from the same idea. I don't know enough to tell you about which direction things. Oh yeah, DJ Trundlebot bringing up the Rongo Rongo of Easter Island. That is controversial. I don't, again, no, that's not my area of expertise. I have heard that. I don't really know.
I don't think there's conclusive
Yeah.
determination either way on that.
Yeah. So it where the line between
it's
an
not easy
invented
to- or
writing,
even possible for you right now,
an
all the way
invention
up
of
here.
writing,
Just imagine how hard it is
a
for our family to
proto
swallow our
writing,
pride in our parade. Things are that
a
grim.
writing system, all of these things, it's very, very loose and depends a lot on how you're defining things and how you take the evidence that there is and the evidence that there isn't. One thing that's really
Let's pick up the
difficult
pace.
with studying the ancient world is that you always have to keep in mind that a lack of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Hey, Zilla.
Ooh.
They want some of my life essence before letting me in.
Is this the first time we've done this?
Fine, it's only blood.
My favorite. Welcome to chaos.
What sort of boon is this in such a place? Well, in the name of Hades, Olympus, are you there?
Chaos! I love chaos. Look at this design. The longer you look, the weirder it gets. I love it so much. So in the first game, Chaos did have a very different look, much more obviously chaotic look with lots of faces and body parts all smooshed together in this sort of white overlay. So here we've taken that design and played with it in what looks like a normal human shape, except the longer you look, the more you're like, wait, no, there's a face on that arm. There's an eye on the chest that's blinking. There's a fetus coming out of a mouth that's attached to a backbone. It's so weird. I love it so much.
And at the same time, they're dressed in this much more modern-looking attire. At
It's
least
true.
to me, it looks modern.
There's the lapel jacket, the what appear to be pants with modern pockets. I mean, most attire throughout the ages, pockets were just like a slit where you could put a bag off your belt. This appears to be modern style pockets where they're actually built into the fabric. It's got what appears to be like a pocket watch and chain, except that of course it's not a watch at all. Modern like pants are very not Greek. In fact, pants are considered both effeminate and Persian throughout most of Greek history.
Doesn't Dionysus wear pants?
Yes, because Dionysus is sort of the essence of all things foreign and gender bendy and weird. So Dionysus sometimes wears pants, but your average Greek would be like, pants? And that for weirdos? I love everything about this. I really do. Like, is that a sweep of hair over their arm, or is it more fabric? It's impossible to say. Is that an undercut on the back of their head? I don't know. Is it just pink? It might be. And then it's not even just modern clothing, right? Because on a modern lapel jacket, you wouldn't see, that kind of sash closure at the front. That's very unusual. And the lapels are made of gold.
And then this living epaulette or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
and not to mention jewelry on top of the sleeves. So again, the longer you look, the weirder it gets.
Almighty chaos.
So
I'm honored to make your acquaintance. What sort of quandary would concern the origin of all existence?
So here we
how do I
have
fit in?
also my reason for how much I love this depiction of chaos. Chaos is not just randomness. It is the origin of all existence. It is the void from which all things come. You can see into the starry void beyond. This is the mother of night. The realm of nothing where anything could be, and out of nothing came cosmos, order. Cosmos. Time shall tell. But
Are you going to do that every time they mention time in this game?
probably not. That'd be a lot.
And later I shall open the abyss for you again.
Let's see. Try that. I'm not using my magic right now, so this is at least safe.
There. Just have to live with the side effect for now.
Chaos boons in these games have a double-edged effect. They start out with a detriment, and then after a certain number of counters, switch over to a beneficial.
Further refined.
I've been asked a number of times over the years
Prompt
if
as ever.
we will ever decipher linear A, and the real
Hermes urged me to
answer
address
to
a
that
certain
is
matter with you
maybe
here.
if we find like a treasure
However,
trove
my view
full
is
of
you are
writings
unprepared for
in
the
linear
surface
A or
as
some
of yet.
context, like a multilingual something or other.
Yeah,
Both of
or-
which seem very unlikely.
Our extant, corpus of linear A is smaller than the corpus of linear B, which wasn't that big to begin with.
Yeah. It took a
Meaning
long
you won't
time
live
for us
the
to
wards
figure out
barring
anything
the
about
path to
linear
the surface.
B, let alone linear
What if I
A, of
remove
which we
them
have much
myself?
less and with
I've
much
seen
less
how you do it.
context. It's very possible. There's a lot of early writing or proto-writing is really just labels, labels and accounts. So that's a lot of contextless words, right? Because if you just have a label on a jar, right, and you don't know what the jar held, then you can't really tell what they wrote. There's just not enough. There's not enough to give you a hint.
Then you'll be more prepared than you are now. Till then, remember your objective lies below.
Oh, are we talking
Past
about the
me.
surface?
Briefly, I didn't realize it until after I went through the first line.
So, if you recall in the previous stream, Hermes came and told us that the overworld, that Olympus, could use our help. And the way to the surface is barred by a ward that Hecate has made, and also by the fact that we probably can't survive up there. We're not. Illinois shares in the constitutional failure of those bound to the underworld.
Cross blades burn.
just got Nintendo to let us go up. Maybe we'll have time to do
I have more hexes up my sleeve. Return to the fight, sisters.
dress. Oh. All of Raccoon's part lost. Alright. Just got nothing.
Three against one.
Not doing a good job of avoiding. Part of it is that the oh no.
Not to be jumped.
How much for that?
You only do one of these.
Well, you managed to neither become sheep nor fail to fight, so good job.
Excellent. Handle Zorephat as though its bulk is not an inconvenience, but a strength.
Ah, yes. The axe is named Zorephat, which it doesn't
Return
it
to
doesn't
Shadow
sound
now.
Greek.
She
It
trained
could be.
relentlessly for
certainly.
this.
It sounds more Semitic to me, but I couldn't find a meaning.
You.
Returned, have you?
Oh, hello, you.
I thought that I might find you here, my girl. Such fire in your eyes.
You want to fight right here?
How obstinate the members of our family can be. Have you learned nothing from our previous exchange?
Oh, I learned plenty, and I'm eager to learn more. So why don't you get out of my way? Since there's nothing you can do within these woods but try to slow me down.
Past the point of reason and so very self-assured. Then very well. Come find me if you must and learn some more. You know where I reside. I do not hide from gods.
Do you hide from something else, then?
See you soon.
I find that a curious
All
way
set?
of putting it. The humming begins.
That song again. There. Cooked fish. I'll take it.
The Titan's coin that you exchanged for this message. We shall find all of it, melt it down, and return the gold whence it came.
So I did find in the Hades wiki some speculation on the name Zorephat. Zor is an Azerbaijani noun of Persian origin that means violence or force. And then I think Phat might be from Ptah,
Some limestone.
the Egyptian deity Ptah, which is probably relating to sculptor or bringer. It's also possible that it comes from Sanskrit, where it's onomatopoeia cracking. Violent whack would be fitting, or forceful sculptor, also fitting. All possible. So that suggests that its name is Indo-European after all, but Indo-Iranian rather than Latin. So those are different branches of the there are other things it could be for sure. That could have a relationship with followers. Sneaking.
I can sting too.
Could be a corruption of Phato to bring.
Alright, now I need to...
Olympus, I accept this
I don't think
message.
I've given Hestia a gift, so if I see her, I really want to do that.
Yes, it is the best.
Don't look down. The water spouts.
So, I have not actually figured out, are these lyrics the same as the ones in the song that
Something
she
changed
sings?
about my chaos spoon.
Or is this a different song?
That's one of Lord Charon's wells.
The melody is the same. I can never... I think maybe it is supposed to be a little bit more like beckoning. Yeah, those don't sound right. I also don't strongly pay attention to the lyrics during the fight.
Far away, the siren sound beckoning. I'm gonna claw out your eyes and grab you dead.
For me.
Reference to sailing.
My tolerance for you grows very thin.
Tolerance? What tolerance? Oh,
Behold the splendor of your father's underworld.
we have
Need to get out.
So you can see a pathway
have
out.
a level where we've been sent to a time bubble, essentially, what the underworld was like during Hades 1. Asked them, it has been flooded by flesh.
I'm about that.
like I thought. River of Flame. Difficulty is staying within the word to try and escape.
So what
Without
if
getting
you
burnt up
withstood
by
all
the
that?
lava.
Like waking from a dream.
Well, well.
Give up a boon.
I think the implication is that if we get stuck in Asphodel,
Electric.
we are encapsulated like our family, at least until we return to Shadow. Stuck out of time.
Oh, no. Surprised to see us again, lady? Because we're not going anywhere. This is our big comeback tour, after all.
I think if it were a tour, they'd be going other places.
I thought I dealt with you last time, yet here you are. Am I going to have to drive you back into the sea?
I don't know. Am I going to have to tell Jetty and Roxy to play their hearts out? No, I'm not. Because that's just what they do. Don't you, gals? This song's called Coral Crown.
Yeah, oh wait, no, this is a Coral Crown. It's the first song. Probably gonna go out of here.
Started this fight at 8. Currently 8. We'll see. Oh, there you go. Death defied.
I also had a innate weakness, actually managed to kill all of her fans? I assumed they just kept coming and coming.
Where once reverberated the enthralling music of the sirens, sheer silence now remains. Yet for how long shall those immortal songstresses be stilled?
So as far as I know,
Doubtless only till my next attempt.
there's no particular reason to believe that either the Sirens or Scylla from the myths are immortal. Maybe Scylla, certainly not the Sirens. They're monsters, but
Long way down.
But here, as with everything else, they die and come back and die and come back, and so the nature of the roguelike gameplay is founded upon the idea that all of these cannot die for one reason.
Hades
Eris didn't show,
1,
at
in most
least.
cases, it was because they're already dead.
Yep.
And their shades aren't going anywhere.
There's the bow. Hold.
With all those area of effect things you've got going, getting away from interacting with the denizens.
Be gone.
Throw your heart at me. Throw a heart at you. Don't fight monsters on the
Well, don't overfill yourself before you
Now
take
for what's mine.
There's a rock down there.
Oh, that's rock. Okay. Oops.
They think they caught a live one.
Look at that dog. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Now, when I was watching Torres play this all for the first time, it really made me anxious. Because one potential story that time could be against the Greek gods and overthrowing Olympus would be the advent of a more monotheistic, specifically Christian direction. Most common religion
That's
in
enough
modern
slithering
Greece
about.
being Greek Orthodoxy. And the statuary and organ music
now, niece?
in this area really had me on tenterhooks, like, oh no, are we going in a Christian direction? But
growing in the
no.
underworld, if but a rather dismal-looking one, as I can tell.
Yes, that is what happened in Xena, isn't it? And other places, including the real world, sadly. I mean, not that I probably wouldn't enjoy a modern world in which people believe in
All right.
a pantheon any more than I enjoy or people believe in monotheistic Christian God. They all sort of seem to have it out
It's
for
only
mortals
me.
for some reason.
Who are you, may I ask?
Oh, Echo.
Who are you, may I ask? May I ask? May I ask? Well, I can sense you're of no danger to me, so... I am Melinoe. Family business down in Tartarus. And you are... Do I hear an echo? I am Echo, 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 Echo.
So she can choose which rewards she repeats back, which is useful. Yes, my friend Sarah and I have been batting about this
Take
idea
care now.
of doing a
In the name of
Stargate
Hades.
podcast. Spoiler, I suppose, for this very old show. But that also happens in part of
Something there.
Stargate, where Christianity becomes the new enemy, as it were. At least that part. No, not really anti-Christian.
Petals from a golden bough.
I will say that sometime because that's very sick of the version of Christianity.
It's cleared up.
I do find it very interesting that a lot of the, the monsters and
Where are the other two?
and supernatural creatures that we still commonly think about today do have
Found the bough.
at least similarities, similar things, if not their origins, in much older mythology. Thinking of the werewolves. And then of course we also have the globes. I don't know what the globes are doing. They're just there.
In the name of Hades. Miasma. They won't like this.
I keep feeling there's something else I was starting to talk about. Goodness
This.
Oh,
Depression is dangerous, y'all. Your brain is sick, take it to a doctor.
Not good enough.
Yes.
These always come in handy.
Was that Poseidon providing us the extra
yep.
set of bones?
Now.
Yes.
No. I think my controller suddenly had some drift. To use my specials just defensively to freeze things. Is that everything? I guess so. So we've got just the shop.
Just the shop. One way out.
Clear the way.
You can see corrupted splort footprints of poor Cerberus.
I was hoping for more food to show up. but I can't afford the other two, so.
Hear me, on my authority. Strength of the sea.
Behold, Tormor.
Get the nectar still.
Well, I guess if I'm gonna die, I'm likely to die, so I might as well get something I can take with me.
I thought they said you couldn't take it with you.
Is he
but
gone? Calm yourself, Cerberus. We're going to fix this.
Nectar is one of the few things that you do retain. Along with the ashes.
Come to your senses, boy.
But
You leave that dog alone.
dedicated attention. Probably don't smack them with an axe, though. I would just caution against. I love the fire in your eyes. I'm always intrigued by the way that this corruption shows itself as sort of both fiery and yeah, the outer edges of those look like fire, but all of those striations. Times these bodies. Yes.
Plus, I do get out of this. Harris is not going to show up.
Return to Shadow now.
Time cannot be stopped.
Neither can Cerberus.
I heed your call once more.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, we summoned Moros.
Again, our journeys intertwine. Why did you call upon me, Princess? Did you not receive the artifact I brought you from the Fates?
Lord Moros, I did receive the fated list, and summoned you once more as it ordained. All children of Nyx are welcome where I reside. Might we speak further there? I've many questions.
I don't know whether I can answer them, as my own search for truth has not been going well of late. But I'll not decline your cordial invitation. Please lead the way.
I love what they've done with Moros, even though it makes no sense to me.
Then follow me.
But I love that liminal space, that interstitial space filled with the threads of fate. Maybe his black antlers have something to do with
Where did he go?
pairing with the white antler of Artemis. I don't know.
Happened to see
It's a design choice that I have no idea where they were going with it, but it is lovely.
The modestly appointed tent of
I
Fate's
am now
Princess Millennium nonetheless is dutifully
where
organized
the Fates
and immaculately
use
clean.
his antlers as a thing to like loop their threads around.
Bend your
No.
head,
I
brother.
won't
We
move on.
need to follow this thread.
Yeah, the spinner is just like, I can't remember which one spins.
So we
Oof, you look rough.
Door
If we're being honest, Mel. Want to talk about it? Or at least tell me the juicy bits because I'm bored?
I mean, what else does she
Last night I visited the mourning fields, and being surrounded by that much despair, I think I must have brought some of it home.
Well, why don't I just...
Scare it out of you, you wretched worm!
Hey, that worked.
I know, right?
Cute. Do you have a gift from Dora yet?
It's me.
The rest. Wait.
Where is she?
Huh. Maybe I haven't. Oh, right, that one.
Wanted you to have this, Dora. To the best hunter in all the crossroads.
See, I knew you were gonna pull this gift custom thing on me sooner or later, so I have come prepared. Catch.
For me? Thank you, Dora.
I don't know what an onion has to do with anything other than it, grows underground and apparently it's a ghost. I don't know, but it's funny.
In Hades 1, there were certain challenges where if you failed them, you would receive an onion that healed you for one hit point. And like in the Codex, which tells you about all the things, like which is in that one written by Achilles, you get like Achilles is describing it as like a loathsome root. There are those who claim that it acquires a better flavor when cooked, but I think this is vile deceit intended, to fool you into eating it.
A brief word? Princess, we've not met formally. I'm called Moros, Doom, or the official bearer of bad news. The Witch of the Crossroads apprised me of the situation here, and was gracious to invite me to stay for now.
You're welcome here and safe, Lord Moros. So then you know of my task.
To vanquish the usurper of the House of Hades seems more than a task. I regret this burden is yours to bear, and much sooner than expected.
It's all right. I was born for this.
Prophecy fulfilled.
The fated list of minor prophecies.
Whatever ails you, your amphibious companion shall listen.
Moros does these commentaries on the things that the prophecies you'll fulfill, and sometimes they're kind of inane.
Coax. Somebody up here?
Welcome, Lord Charon.
You sure about that?
These shipments shall be very valuable to us. We remain, as ever, in your debt, Charon. May swift Hermes hasten your voyages across the realms, wherever he may be. And until we meet again, shadows conceal you.
Thank you for the supplies, my lord.
So I know that Charon is, ferries the souls of the dead, and he gets an opal as payment. Is there any further evidence for his mercantile nature?
No. No, I always figured it's because he collects the coins. And Malinois says several things about, like, returning the money that is his. So I figured that was probably a reference to the
I need to make my own way to the surface.
gold hoarding nature of Kronos in this game. One other thing that is related is that Hades is known as Pluto, meaning rich, the rich guy. It's usually taken as a reference to the wealth of souls, for he collects everything in the end. But
Within the boons
maybe
of
they've
Mount
taken it
Olympus, I would
as the
see
coins that
their
Charon
elemental
collects, you know?
essences, my victory.
Your intent was true.
So I don't suppose we can reach the surface, can we? I know we
Well,
gotta
I need to first make shadow essence.
shadow essence. How do you make shadow essence?
I need
Via
pure
alchemy.
shadow to permeate the surface wards.
But I
What
need
if-
more ash and fate fabric than I currently have. I might be able to trade for them.
New
I'm not sure I
shipment
have
there.
enough. So what was it? I need...
Ash and fate fabric, I believe.
Yeah, but how much? I need 10 more ash and 3 fate fabric. Oh, I can afford that.
Here are the bones.
That should do it. So you needed to make shadow essence?
Yes, but actually first, I think I can... I think I can afford another fate fabric, so I will do this first.
Okay.
What do I need? This one.
Because once I start doing alchemy, the cauldron is off limits.
Ah,
As I would know our enemy, I too would know my heart.
As you say.
this work?
That-
It tells you how well you're building your relationships with people?
Yep.
Our nightly ritual.
So this will take some time,
Essences of
but
shadow to the
it should be
surface
done the next
rise.
time I finish a run. And after that, I'll be able
Shipment came for
to
you.
undo the wards and take a look at the surface.
I'm so excited to explore the surface.
So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans. We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless.
Call it a calculated risk.
Where'd Nemesis go? Vengeance for my father. You keep the headmistress in pleasant company. She's an important job to do.
Oh, so cute. The surface is overrated. You much prefer the dank and the dark, and that's why you're shut in. Well, you know, I can relate to that. I mean, they don't call me goth for nothing, but
You fear the wretched Daystar.
the hateful Daystar.
Another artifact of night within the pool.
Okay, I can't do that yet. Bronze. Soon I'll get access to bronze. Soon. Still need more silver to get the silver spade.
Oh, is it echoing again? It's really hard to figure out why it does that. It's only started doing it recently. So, let me see.
She has returned.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is Gremlins. Because I can't hear it when I do my own audio tests, so it's something in the interplay between OBS and Twitch, I think. We tried messing with the mics, we tried messing with the balance. I just don't know what it is. I hope it's not too distracting. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so I do still need to give gifts to Demeter and Poseidon and Hestia. Hestia and Demeter are going to be my priorities there.
Within the haunted crossroads reside shades and spirits of all sorts, some resembling their mortal selves, and others rendered down to purest essences.
Yeah, that's one thing I find pretty fascinating.
Nay.
Oh. Oh. I didn't know that. So...
I missed what Mel said.
She asked Homer if he was all right, and he said no. Oh. So it's one thing about the design of this game I've found kind of fascinating is that some of the shades are these sort of green floaty blobs of various shapes, and then some of them are more like Dora and apparently Homer, who've hung on to more of their own individuality.
When you have some who are like Odysseus,
who just are there in full personhood. And,
Have you seen, Commander? Lord Charon's come to visit us. At last our supply lines are secure, and our counter-assault begins.
Yeah. It's been quite some time since good Lord Charon visited us last. We'd better all be on our best behavior around him. But, where'd you get all that supply line stuff?
Odysseus, one assumes.
Why, he told me himself, sir. In his way.
Oh.
Fair enough. She can understand him.
Death to
We
Kronos,
can't.
Commander.
Yeah, kill him.
Neither can Skelly. Skelemaeus.
Commander.
Alright. Well, I think that's about all we have for today. It is after 4, so another run is probably not advisable.
Nope.
But hopefully next time we can do some exploration of a new direction. So thank you all very much for coming along.
Well, I need to complete one run before I can unlock the wards.
Right.
So I could, like, take a dive to Scylla and the Sirens. Actually, no. I could do a full run and then we could run to the surface.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, as long as y'all don't mind, we'll just game ahead a little bit so that next time we can at least see the surface.
Oh, I'm probably not gonna... Oh, yeah, I guess I could farm the 12. Yeah, alright, I'll do that.
Alright. Tune in next time, yes please. Lovely to see y'all, and hey, keep learning, friends.